did not pick up sound very good. So, do employment specialists talk to first-time callers, or
Yes.
okay? Do they receive calls from another department?
No.
No. When someone calls back in like a second time, would they speak to a job specialist or would they speak to an employment specialist?
That depends.
Okay. And I've already asked you my 2 follow-ups, so I can't go any further. If a job specialist transfers a call to an education advisor, are they compensated financially?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And what are different ways? Did you start as a job specialist? Is that correct?
No. I started as a copywriter.
Oh, you started as a copywriter. Okay. Then how did you advance from being a copywriter?
From being a copywriter, I moved into a sales division we had at the time. It was called Franchise Preacher, and we worked directly with franchise owners, and people wanting to become franchise owners. From there, I moved back into media to supervise as a media buyer, and then from media buyer, I moved to supervising copywriters in a smaller group, and then I moved into the director of media position.
All right. So did you apply for those different positions? Was there a job listing of what was available and you applied for them, or you just...
No. As I was competent and good at my job, I moved up.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. But you were hired in as a copywriter. Trying to think, because maybe I'm changing my questions, making things. He's taking notes. I'm answering questions. And so, what is the main function of a copywriter? Is it mainly just working with the job descriptions?
It's entirely, if half their job is finding the jobs, and the other half is summarizing and rewriting the jobs.
All right. So when they summarize and rewrite the job, do you have to approve it and say, "Oh, okay, that's fine, that's okay what you did," or they just can?
No, they have autonomy there. I mean, we check their work, but they get QA'd, but it's not every job gets looked at by me. I put out way too many jobs for that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That would be impossible, I would think.
It would be an entirely different department.
Yeah, and that'd be micromanaging. So primarily, how do they find the jobs?
They use search engines searching free jobs, employer pages. There's a lot of different ways.
Okay, and so do they? Well, maybe I asked you my 2 questions. Have I used up all my questions?
I'm not sure at this point.
Hi. I think you've got one more.
Okay. So do copywriters do they talk to job seekers at all?
No.
No, so they're not on the phone. They're strictly at their computers rewriting the job descriptions.
Yep.
Do you pick the jobs from specific employers?
It can go either way. If they find a job, they can go directly to an employer that we've already approved, or if they find a job they want to use, we'll contact the employer to get approval or not.
All right. Thank you.
Alright, thanks Maggie. Alright, so you guys were supposed to interview me, but I've been running around so I missed it. So you guys can interview me now. Are you ready for me?
Yeah. Do you want to swap? We were switching this back and forth and it's still recording.
Oh, is it still recording? Okay.
I can get it to shut off.
Okay.
first question, I'll just start with one of my funny ones. Can you be bribed to speak more honestly with us?
No.
Okay. I'll follow with the follow-ups anyways. Do you like jewelry?
I do.
Would you care to have this necklace?
I want it.
It's yours.
Thank you. I'm actually really happy you got these. I was upset. I didn't grab one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was
love
thinking.
that you did that.
No,
That's so
I tried to bribe Patrick
Can I
with
have that
a
too?
lollipop. Yeah, he didn't take it, so you can have it.
Really?
Yes. Okay. Assuming that you wanted to buy solely $1 beers with your income, how many beers could you buy as a job specialist?
What kind of beer?
$1 beer.
$1 beer?
Mm-hmm. The best $1 beer that $1 can buy.
Depends.
What would be the base amount of $1 beers that you could buy with your income as a job specialist? Assuming you spent all of your income on $1 beer.
Tax on the beer?
No tax.
Probably could spend on my, so I can only use my income to spend $1 beers.
Yes.
Or to buy $1 beers.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not asking how much money you spend,
So
just how many
base,
beers.
on that base, I think I could consume probably around 600 beers.
Is that every week?
At a minimum, yes.
Okay. But what is the upper limit of beers? How drunk can you get from working at this job?
You can get hammered.
Okay.
If you want to black out, this is the place to work.
Okay. So that's going to count as 2 of the questions. Okay. If an education specialist and a job specialist went out on a date, what would they have in common?
They both work at Soft Rock,
Okay.
and they're both specialists.
That's true. What about their job specifically, though, do they have in common? Would they meet at all in the building? Do they do similar things?
They both talk to applicants.
Okay. And do they talk to applicants about similar things? Or what about an employment specialist would possibly create disharmony in the relationship?
Employment specialists, they really are the ones who spark the interest. So they're good
Okay.
at sparking an interest. For job specialists, maybe not. They're not the best at sparking an interest.
Very interesting. It's a puzzle there. Okay, let's see. Do you have a question you wanted to ask? We've kind of gotten all over the place with our notes now. Okay, we asked about income.
Asked about the job specialist.
Oh, I was
Oh,
thinking
okay,
advanced,
yeah.
yeah. How many different ways, or what are the different ways that a job specialist can see themselves in 3 years from the position?
In 3 years,
Yes.
they could see themselves. Okay, so let me just make sure I have the question correct.
Mhm.
So in 3 years, what could a job specialist see themselves as?
Pretty much, yeah.
President,
Okay.
an astronaut, or a sheriff?
Okay. And what of those jobs would they find at Soft Rock?
Of
Or
those
new
three?
ones? Or
Oh, new ones. What positions can they get into?
Pretty much.
CEO, COO, CFO.
Okay. What are the likeliest areas that a job specialist could see themselves in 3 years from now? Are there certain things that being a job specialist helps them be better at in the future, in position-wise for this job, for this
Okay,
company?
so what areas can a job specialist see themselves in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Or
so
what are they likelier to see themselves in within the company?
okay, so where are they likely to see themselves in the company, job
Mhm.
specialist? Okay, the break room, the bathroom, and the Al's office.
Okay. What's one more set of questions we can ask? Let's get me that one right there. Okay. If a job specialist and an education advisor broke up, what would the education advisor get to keep from the relationship that only they had to start with? Essentially, what are their differences?
So employment specialists, they have different managers, so when they leave, they still get their manager.
Okay. For the employment specialist, do they have a lot of differences compared to the job specialist? Or do they have a lot of similarities?
It depends.
Okay. What would it depend on?
The type of person.
Okay. I think that counts as all our questions. Well, thank you very much.
No.